Hello and welcome to Sisler Creates Post-High Game Design Bootcamp. My name is Mr. Rempelsmith. I'm one of the game design teachers here in Sisler Create, and in this series of videos we're going to be making a runner game in order to learn about Unity. So this is an introduction to Unity. We're going to get right into it by starting with an introduction to the Unity editor. So our focus for these videos is going to be specifically on the coding side of making games and using Unity to do that. So in this video we'll start by installing Unity Hub and getting a Unity editor installed. We will be creating a project, seeing the different tabs that are in the project and how we can rearrange them, looking at some of the game objects that come by default, and then getting you to set up your editor to get working. We're going to start just by making sure you have Unity Hub installed. If you don't have it, just go online here and search for Unity Hub, and you should find on Unity's website you'll be able to download Unity Hub. So I believe download for Windows here is going to give you Unity Hub. So once you've downloaded and installed Unity Hub, you're going to have something like this. Now, when you go to installs, you probably have a Unity editor already here. If not, then you can click up here to install an editor. It'll walk you through that. But here I have Unity 2022. You might have the newer Unity 6. Whatever you have is probably fine. It's going to be pretty similar. So once you have it installed, go make a new project. I'm going to give it a good name. Let's go to, well, first of all, in the templates, choose 3D built-in render pipeline. Now give it a good name. I'll call it Runner Game Tutorial. And for the location, just make sure you know where it's saved. And I'm going to uncheck these boxes down here and go to Create Project. Now, creating a project for the first time here could take a little while, so I will skip ahead to where the project has actually opened up. Alright, so the editor has opened, and yours might be in dark mode, mine is in light mode, but it's the same thing. You'll see we have some tabs here. So you might see the scene view here. This is the scene where we are going to be putting game objects and moving them around and setting up how the game looks kind of from the editor's perspective. So if you hold down the right mouse button and pan around, this lets you look around. If you hold down the middle button, like the mouse wheel, you can also pan like this, and then scrolling the mouse wheel zooms in and out. And there are some other controls you can do as well when you're with the keyboard. Now if you click on the game view, you will see this is what the player sees while they're playing the game. And so let's head back to the scene, click on the main camera. In the hierarchy, this is a list of all the objects in our scene. And if you press F on the keyboard, it's going to zoom right up to that object. Press F again, it'll zoom right in. And so this is the camera that decides what the player sees. So we'll end up manipulating that soon. Notice when you click on the camera, the inspector gets populated with a bunch of information about the camera. So we have a bunch of components. The transform component, that's its position, rotation, scale. We have this camera component, this audio listener. If you click on the directional light, that's another game object. It just has some different properties. So this is a light in the scene. And if I press on F on the keyboard, it'll zoom over to that as well. So that's the hierarchy. It's a list. There's the scene and the game. Here's the inspector. You might also see that we have, you might see an animation window down here. If you see animation, you can right click on it and just close it for now. You might see animator here. Feel free to close that as well. Then here's the project tab where we have our assets folder. So this is where we're going to put scripts and other assets. And we have console, which we'll also make use of quite a bit. So those are just some of the tabs, and we'll end up using more of them as we go. Now you can also drag them around. And so what I like to do is have my game view. Often I like to have it down here. I'll move it around sometimes too. And that way I can see the scene and also the game at different times. Now feel free to rearrange that, and that's going to be your challenge for this video. So most of our videos will have a challenge associated with them. Yours is just to move your tabs around and set them up in the inspector how you want, and you'll end up moving them around later. But that's your challenge for now, and we will see you in the next video.